Hello, everybody. Welcome to the last words, where this man has just saved Newcastle United. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're keeping well. This is the wrap up from all of our coverage today. Oh, give me your babies. Give me your babies, Allan Saint-Maximin. I will turn for you today. That's going to be clipped up now, isn't it? Right. Okay. We're in a good mood. Look, we said it in the preview. We said it in the build-up in the watch-along, the first hour. Whatever the result, we had to win today. Forget about the performance. Performance was not pretty at times today. Just get the 3 points, and we managed to do it. So more on that very, very shortly. In the last word, we've also got a clip from Mr. Matthew. He is up later. Matt's got a clip, and we'll also get reaction from Bruce and Allan Saint-Maximin. But first, we'll talk with the lineups and about the game. Get your comments in, because I'll read them back out at half time. So let's crack on with it. Let's take a look at the home side, which was Burnley. So the big one with Burnley was that Nick Pope was missing. Just quite randomly. I had no idea personally myself that Pope was missing. But in comes Peacock Farrell, the Northern Ireland international goalkeeper. Massive, massive bonus seeing that. Very, you know what you get with Burnley. It's 4-4-2. It's long ball. It's the diagonal long ball, especially from me and Peters. And you know what you get with Chris Wood up top and Vydra, who's had a good form over the last couple of weeks. Looking at the squad depth on the bench, not huge changes. Obviously, they've got Barnes out missing. They've got Rodriguez missing. But I'm not going to lie, I was delighted more so not to see the goalkeeper. I was absolutely over the moon not to see Nick Pope, because for me, he should be England's #1 goalkeeper heading into the Euros. So that was Burnley, but the big talk was with Newcastle was Callum Wilson. Would he make it? Would he get on the bench? Or would he start? The answer was he was sat on the bench. Now, I said that the whole thing of the positive thing, that at least we've got him back in the match day squad. And if Newcastle needed a turnaround, I said this in the build-up earlier on, 11 o'clock this morning. That seems ages ago. Mad. But I even said that, look, if we need a goal, you've got Wilson, you've got ESM, you've even got Willock to come off the bench. But as you can see in the lineup there, the man pictured, Federico Fernandez, was back. It was the same formation, nothing changed, just a couple of personnel. Clark come in, Fernandez come in, and it was Dwight Gale who partnered Joe Linton up top with Miggy running around them. Sean in the middle with John Joe Shelby. And John Joe Shelby looks like he'll be captain if the reports are true that Jamal Lascelles is missing for the rest of the season. Whether you think of that the right decision or not, but no Ryan Fraser, he was out injured. No Matty Longstaff, not even a place for him on the bench either. So that was the Newcastle United lineups. And then going into the game, Burnley for me were the better side first half. You know what you get. I think Dubravka has got to come out from the game with a lot of praise today. A lot of punches, a lot of pressure, especially on corners. Players were standing on him. And you know what you get with Burnley, and I thought he dealt with that much better. Look, it might be easier to say, oh, you can punch it and what have you, but I thought that he handled that pretty well, especially the pressure. But Burnley go 1-0 up, and it's a case of two things here. I think you've got to look at, first of all, Kieran Clark gets done on the side of the box from, I think it was Chris Wood, wasn't it? Pulled it back, but it's also Paul Dummett's man. Paul Dummett's man, and this is the second game running now. Paul Dummett has left his man. He left Kane last week, and he's done it again. Dummett, yes, Clark has to stop it. Fernandez has got to be a little bit more central, but Dummett follows the ball once again, and then it's pulled back to Vydra, who's got an empty net. You can see the picture there. Richie and Dubravka cannot stop it, and Burnley go 1-0 up, and I actually thought they deserved it, actually. But it kind of, the game started slow, then it was starting to pick up pace towards the end of the first half. I thought Newcastle were very lackluster. Didn't see enough, personally, of me, of Joe Linton. Didn't see enough of Miguel Miron. I thought the forward passes were really, really poor. John Joe Shelby had a better game second half, but first half he was poor. I thought Sean Longstaff was very poor in the first half. He improved second half. A lot of key passes, basic passes, just going out wide, out of play and over the top, and it was just going to Burnley's defence. It was too easy for Burnley. But the big one is when was it a penalty? Was it not a penalty? When Newcastle had a corner, and obviously you can see the picture there. Sean Longstaff's going over to Anthony Taylor, and I put the sound back on at half time when I was watching it on Sky, and every single one of them said it was a penalty. It was a blatant penalty. Her foot was raised high. And I went to VAR, and it was taking a long time. And you think to yourself, is he going to give it? The longer it takes, you think, the more chance that it's going to give. But how is he not giving it? I mean, we can sit here and thankfully say that didn't cost her. But that could have cost us the day. We could have lost a point or 2 points or whatever because of that VAR today. And I've put the still graphic on it. I mean, look at Tarkowski's foot. Look, it's not intentional. And I think that's probably why he's got away with it, Tarkowski, because it's clear. Look where his foot is, man. It's proper up towards his head, up towards his neck. And if that's anywhere else on the pitch, that's a free kick and a yellow card. That's a penalty. That's a blatant penalty. Whether you mean to kick him or not, yes, he gets the ball first, but that is a penalty. And that's an appalling decision, which thankfully hasn't cost Newcastle United. But I can guarantee you, if that cost us, I would have been a lot more angry today. I'm just relieved that obviously we've got the win, which we'll come back to. And another golden chance, Dwight Gale. It was a cross from the right, Murphy on the right-hand side. Great movement by Dwight Gale. Gets ahead of his man. Fantastic movement. I don't think Gale can do much more, to be honest. I think it's a fabulous save. Gale, he gets it on target. He beats his first man. You might argue he can dink it, but Gale's got no idea that the goalkeeper's going to go down. I think Peacock Farrell's done brilliantly to save that. And obviously I was delighted not to say poor, but I think you've got to give credit to the goalkeeper there. I think it was brilliant there. I think he stops him, but then he was thinking, oh, Christ, man, we need a chance to happen. And we went into half time. And the thing is, going into half time, we're still in the game. That we're still fighting to try and get them out of the game. And I think a point is not enough for Newcastle, although it would have looked prettier saying 4 points clear with a game in hand. We had to win this game regardless of was talked about in the preview, we talked about the watch on. Newcastle fans saying because of the fixtures coming up, you look at West Ham, who are flying today, and then you look at the fixtures after that, we had to win today just to get that breathing gap. And then people are saying that we're safe. We're not safe at all. Look at the league table. We're not safe yet. It looks good that we're 6 points clear, but that game in hand's Liverpool. We're not safe just yet. Let's see what you're saying in the comments because we're at half time. Lee, be positive. You cannot be negative today, up to 25k. I'm not negative. I've got to look at the game as a full. I don't think Newcastle were great in large spells, but we got the win. That's the positive thing. Forget the performance. Fuck that. Win the game. That's all we care about as well. And over on Twitch, Footy Mads Amy has said, I thought ESM should have started. Wilson's impact was very underappreciated today. Didn't do much on the ball, granted, but off the work of the ball is so important to us. He runs and his presence give us a lift. Interestingly say that, Ollie, because his movement allowed ESM to score the goal. Murphy is so underrated. We asked this on our Twitter poll. I think we did it. Would you give Murphy another deal? I put it on my personal Twitter. Actually, a lot of people are saying yes. Jonathan says, I'm buzzing now. We are staying up. I still don't think we're done yet because we can easily lose the next 4 or 5 games. I'm still cautious of it. I think it's time to take Shelby out yet again. Another poor performance, says Michael. Also not sure about Miggy playing in 5-3-2. He doesn't seem the best. Yeah, Miggy played a lot of minutes. He played literally until the 91st minute when Jeff Hendrick came on. I thought Miggy was pretty poor today, but who cares? We got the win. That was the most important thing. But and credit to Steve Bruce. The reason why I'm saying this is because he got his substitutions early. It was round about the 55th, 56th minute. He made a double change. Gale was off. Wilson was on. Joe Linton was off. ASM was on. Straight away, fans see that. The lads on the pitch see that. It's a massive lift straight away, and it almost took an effect immediately. I wasn't against the idea of having ASM on the bench. Said that on the record the last couple of days. Wilson, if he started, great. Would have been substituted later on. But if Wilson came off the bench, again, I said this, it's positivity that Newcastle can go and get a goal if they need it. And ASM's impact was straight away. Absolutely straight away. The thing is, though, with ASM, I don't think he's been as good as what he was last season. But he tormented Burnley in the home fixture. He's tormenting them again coming off the bench. Because he's so unpredictable, he could be literally world class and then not see him the next game. We need consistency with him in the game. But honestly, man, I'll make love to this man tonight. I really would if he offered me to. So ASM, if you're watching, hit me up. If you need someone tonight, I'm all yours because you made me a very, very happy bunny today. Put it that way. But we'll move on to the second half. Enough of my love for that man. And like I say, instant impact. ASM on that right-hand side. Pulls it back to Murphy. Great finish. Couple of doubters about the goalkeeper. But for me, Murphy, who has played well the last 2 or 3 games now, I think, again, for me, he has to start in that position next week. Great finish to equalise. He ran off, kissing the badge. Obviously, him and Josh, his twin brother, support the tune through and through. And that would have been a great moment for him. For me, I think he's a good squad player. I don't think he's first team Premier League footballer for me. I think you will see spells where you'll come in and out. Hey, that sun is bloody bright, isn't it? You can tell spring's on the way, can't you? But brilliant. Murphy, would you give him a new deal? I would as a squad player, but not to start every game. Not for me. But I would give him a new deal. But we went in, equalised, and we scored the second not long after that, to be honest. And as I mentioned, Ollie's mentioned in the comments before, ASM was obviously Miggy running through, passes the ball, ASM, but Wilson's movement is brilliant. Wilson created space, and it was almost like a carbon copy of his goal at St. James's Park because ASM's running towards the box. He cuts it back to his left foot. It's just outside the box, similar to St. James's Park. It goes into the bottom corner. It's like for like it was at St. James's Park. Great finish, screaming the place down. I didn't watch this when the lass is around. I didn't watch it when the band's around. I like to have the football on in my own. And my cats literally scarpered. And I haven't seen them since, actually. I don't know where they are, to be honest. But the cats were absolutely screamed to death, probably. Brilliant. 2-1 up, screaming the place down. Couldn't give a toss. The windows are open. Buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. And then it was a case, can you hang on? Can you see the game out? And as I mentioned earlier, I thought Dubravka handled it really well. I didn't think Burnley really tested Dubravka much in terms of shots in the second half. There was a couple of headers that were way off but Dubravka obviously had to save Paul Dummett in the first half with the own goal, nearly an own goal. But in the second half, I thought Burnley didn't create enough. If I was a Burnley fan, I'd be pretty disappointed in that. But Newcastle got the win. Delighted, buzzing with that. Let's see what you're saying in the comments about it as well. Kevin's went on to say, we need not to slip up now. We're 10 points clear, Fulham 1 point, and to close the gap, we're now 6 clear. We can't afford to let that slip this time. Remember, Fulham only got, 6 games left that Fulham have got, which is 18 points. You'll probably be talking you need Fulham to win a minimum of 4 games, possibly even 5, depending on what Newcastle do. So come the last game of the season, we might be safe, or I don't want to go into that game needing a result against Fulham. Wouldn't have trusted Darlow with those crosses coming in, says Jack. So he's a big advocate of Martin Dubravka. Ed Cole says, we've got a strong squad. I've always believed that. We need to use it correctly, though. And Footy Mads Amy's gone on to say that, has anyone been better than they were last season? Not really. Darlow is probably one player that's probably improved because he had no option to play, didn't he? And obviously, Kevin, I'm just repeating that message there. There we go. Kevin, the other Kevin's went on to say, we just got to keep hoping that Wilson and ASM are fit. Keep your comments coming because I'll keep reading them out as well. If you are watching live, please smash that like button. If you are delighted and you want to make love to that man, hit that like button. I want it. I want you to want it as well. Right. Okie dokie then. So we'll move on, and we've got a clip from Matt, who is also a very, very happy bunny today. Matt, over to you.
I'm absolutely buzzing with that one. I was distraught after the first 45, not going to lie. The way we'd set up was shocking. We really didn't know how to play one of the most boring teams in the league. They were a one-trick pony, but we really couldn't handle it in the first half. But we managed to suck it up, deal with the crosses, deal with the corners, deal with Chris Wood in the second half, no problem. Credit where credit's due for Steve Bruce. Personally, I think the changes could have come a little bit earlier, but it was the right personnel at the right time for us. Saint-Maximin with the creativity and Callum Wilson with the attacking awareness to move and create space for Saint-Maximin to operate. Fantastic game 3 points on the board, practically a 6-pointer. Not only does it move us 6 points clear of Fulham, but it also drags Burnley back into the relegation scrap. They're now only 1 point ahead of us, 7 points clear of the drop when we are 6 points clear with a game in hand, which is crucial. Massive game coming up next against West Ham. Really, they're on good form. It's going to be a difficult one, but if we play like we play today, we're getting nothing out of it. But if we play like we played against Spurs, then we really could get another 3 points, and surely to God that's us safe now. But massive 3 points for us today. Absolutely buzzing with the way the lads performed. Happy place, Turf Moor for us today. But yeah, fantastic result, and credit where credit's due to Steve Bruce, because those substitutions were perfectly timed with Saint-Maximin and Callum Wilson.
See what he's done there. Happy place, Turf Moor for you. I'm a celebrity fans. See what you've done there, Matt. I'll see what you've done there. Right, question for you. Does Steve Bruce, and now this is going to be difficult, does Steve Bruce deserve any credit today? For me, he does with the substitutions, because they changed the game. You know, you can criticise Steve Bruce and look, Steve Bruce is not the right man to take Newcastle United forward, but I think he deserves a little bit of credit for making changes early, and it worked. People might say, oh, it was all ESM, but ESM doesn't get it on the pitch unless Bruce does it, and the timing was brilliant. So, yeah, Steve Bruce does deserve credit for that and the way that we've won and hung on. We did look a little bit shaky with our defenders. It's the first time, I believe, that back 3/back 5 have all played together today. But it's a massive win today. Look, the performance, as I've touched upon already, wasn't fantastic. There was lots of spells during that game that was difficult to watch, and Burnley were in periods of that game very forceful and aggressive with the long ball. But look, we won. That's all that matters. And let's bring up the league table, since Matt's talked about that there. This was before Sheffield United played Arsenal, but obviously Sheffield United, well, now that Sheffield United are going doing. It's interesting now, because depending on what Brighton do with their game, I think Burnley, Brighton and us probably only need 2 wins, and that's it. That's the relegation scrap done. Yes, I know the two have got a massive tough fixture list coming up now, but Fulham can only get 18 more points. You just go into that last game of the season hoping that you've got a 4-point cushion. And remember, the goal difference has now slipped right down, because it was only a couple of weeks ago Fulham had something like 6 or 7 better goal difference. There's only 1 in it now. So 6 points clear. It's more promising. However, we have to be cautious, because we've got that tough run of fixtures coming up. We could get 0 points from the next 5 games, and then we've got Sheffield United and then Fulham. But enjoy the win today, because it's not often we win. It's only our 3rd win in something like 23 games. I'm going to enjoy it. You know, I've got gay tendencies for Allan Saint-Maximin today. So that's how much I'm loving it. But it's fantastic that we've won. Brilliant that we've won today. And I think this man deserves all the plaudits as well. I think he's my man of the match. I'm pleased the lads scored them 10 out of 10 as well. The game changer for me. Big shout out to Dubravka. So Allan Saint-Maximin and Dubravka are my 2 standout players today. More so ASM, because he was a game changer. As soon as he came on, got an assist, and he grabbed the winner as well. And he's obviously very vocal on social media tonight. Who are your players, though? Are you agreeing with me? I think Sean Longstaff had a much better second half. Interesting, Sean Longstaff was kicked in the face in the second half, and he won a free kick. So he should have been given that penalty as well. Let's see what he's saying in the comments. We haven't finished just yet. We do have Bruce and ASM's reaction to come as well. First half, no, says Jack. Second half, definitely. Like, share, and subscribe at nearly 25k. We've got a couple of special videos actually with the 25k. Once it does hit, you'll see a lot of our ex-members. Yes, all of our ex-members, and we're doing a live Q&A. So hopefully that'll happen in the next. Well, hopefully it happens today, because I want to see these tattoos from Carl and Brandon. They can't be temporary tattoos where they come off after a couple of months. They need to be permanent. Make sure you get the right logo, because we change the logo every year. But yeah, I'll put the fear in them, aren't I? That's quickly when you're through. Dan says Bruce has finally got your subs corrected in. It only took 1.5 years as well. Jody Sancaster, great result, Lee. We'll stay up. 1 more win, he thinks, keep us up as well. And Ben goes on to say, yes, the subs were right time. Tacked the game second half. Just shows we We lack quality without Wilson and ESM. That attacking force need more quality, though. We need a stronger bench in my eyes, Ben, for next season. And I think the starting 11, if that starting 11 played every game throughout the season, it's a top 11, 10, 11. I think that's where Newcastle should be, but we know injuries hit us as well. Dubravka deserves credit. Without him, could have been a different result. Ollie's going out and say Dubravka, Longstaff, ESM with his best players. Smash, like, and share and subscribe. And I've just seen Sam's comment as well. Oh, I've lost it now. It's gone past us. He's something about ESM. I'll bring it back up. There it is. Without ESM, we've not picked up any points today. So totally agree. This man literally won it. Callum's extremely happy. He says, I'm so happy. Get in. Right. So we've got one more clip to play. I'm sure you won't mind hearing Steve Bruce today and Allan Saint-Maximin, but for copyright reasons, we can't play this.
It's been difficult with their missing. I think Allan's missed the best part of 4 months, Saint-Maximin, and you can see what he brings to a team. You know, we've missed that bit of quality, that bit of excitement, the bit of to make a chance, score a goal. And he's always capable of doing that, like he's done today, to win you the match. To be without him for so long has been a big problem. And then, of course, Callum's another one. So, but with muscle injuries, we always have to be. Thankfully, we've got it right. Half an hour was about right. Thankfully, it's paid off because Allan's had a huge influence on the match. Well, we know he's capable, you know. So, as I said, the disappointing thing is he hasn't been fit for so long because, you know, we've certainly missed him. And, you know, team in the bottom half of the division, to be missing your top players constantly, it's caused us a problem for weeks. So good to see him back. Let's hope he stays well for the next 6-7 games.
Yeah, I'd be really frustrated to stay in the bench and we lose 1-0. I said to the coach to give me time for be ready and be fit, and he said to me, try to give me 30 minutes so I can show what I can do. And everyone knows it's really important game, and I have to be ready for this opportunity to win, and it's what everyone do today. So it's a big opportunity. Everyone know that because we can take 6 points to Fulham. So I'm really happy because they have 1 game more than us. So now we just have to keep going forwards for try to win and do the best we can do against West Ham. Yeah, you know, when you be injured a little bit, it's important to try to come back more stronger, and it's what I do for my team tonight.
Yeah, no more dusting ourselves down, says George Lancaster. Got some cleaning to do. Yeah, I think I need to dust this table down. Right, okie dokie. So, yeah, like I said earlier on, enjoy the win. Performance wasn't fantastic. Yes, it wasn't spells. We're just happy that we won. We've got the goal celebration, as Sam's touched upon, on our Twitter and Facebook as well. Have a look at our socials for all the post-match stuff as well. We haven't stopped with all the videos. We will be doing the best of the fan reaction clipped up together. That'll be on NFTV Extra in the next 48 hours. We've got Alex Hurst back once again. I mean, he's never off with channel. This will be like his 3rd time in 2 weeks. Obviously, with the 1892 pledge, he's been part of the influencer. He's been part of a live stream with Nust, and he's now going to be part of the Greenwood and Mulliner show. We can't get rid of Alex. So he'll be on tomorrow night, just before 8 o'clock, I think it is, around about 7:30, 7:45. There we go. And Sam's correcting us. There we go. 7:45, Greenwood and Mulliner show with Alex Hurst. Just tune into that if you want to ask him any questions about the Nust, the 1892 pledge, Newcastle United in general, or even the result. Tune in tomorrow. But that is it. That is a wrap. Thank you very much. Enjoy it. I'm going to go make love to this man. Good night. It's not good night. It's good day. I'm getting ahead of myself. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.